Hello. Yeah, it's Martin Trafford. It's for a 6:30 pickup again. Yeah, it's that time of week. Fish, chips and peas twice, please, and I'll be calling down about 6:30. Yeah, that's great. See you then. Cheers. Oh, sorry, you weren't supposed to hear that bit. I've just ordered me fish and chips. Well, welcome back. It's that time again. Time for another video from the Moorland Biker. Welcome back to Man Cave. Now this one, it's only a short one, hopefully. It's a slightly different one. I'm titling this a chippy run with a difference. One of the reasons I'm doing it is because I'm desperately trying to find a way of putting a video together that's only going to last 10 minutes. It's another way of trying to get more viewers, because I know from my own experience that some people just don't like to click onto videos that are quite a length, really, you know. So it's just a short run across the moors, down into town, down into Leek. Every Friday we do the same thing, down the Chippy, and get fish, chips and peas, and bring them back up here. But this time I'm going to have a look at a crashed aircraft site. It's the site of a Thunderbolt, a P47 Thunderbolt from the American Air Force back in October 1944. It crashed during a training flight. It was another casualty of the low cloud that hits the ridge just above where it crashed, and obviously missed the top of the ridge and ploughed straight into the land. The pilot and the aircraft are still there. They just can't get at it because the ground is so boggy that they just can't get at it. So it is a war grave, and it's marked by sometimes the American flag. More recently it's been the Ukrainian flag, and sometimes it's the Union Jack, but either way it's there. So I've had a closer look at it for the sake of this video. So let's see how it works out. Yeah, let's see how it works out. It'll be interesting to see the results as to whether more people do actually click on them, if I get more viewers, in other words. But either way, have a look, see what you think. Give me the thumbs up if you like it, and if you've not already done, then please subscribe. Great, thank you. Down to Leek to collect our fish and chips. Lovely evening. People sat outside the greyhound. I think that's where I might be a bit later. Now the trip down to Leek takes us across the moors, takes us on a stretch of road that we've covered a couple of times at least, but it's such a lovely evening. And it is such a lovely ride across here as well, so I hope you don't mind me repeating the journey for the channel. Over the grid. Nice view tonight. Over to the right is the limestone hills of Derbyshire, Crome and Parkhouse Hills. I can pick them out because I know where I'm looking, obviously, but we're steering away from the limestone We're on the Gritstone Moors again this evening. Here we're at the Mermaid Inn. It's not an inn anymore, unfortunately. It's self-catering accommodation these days. It's called the Mermaid Inn because it's just below the Mermaid Pool, which is just behind us. Got the roaches across the right of us, and hang cloud, Ramshire rocks, and down below us in just a very few seconds the sun should be glinting off the surface of the water at Tittisworth Reservoir. Just down below us down there now. It is a great viewpoint from up here. People in the scenic lay-by again. Now there is a point of interest I'm going to have a look at down here and show you. We're going to turn right very shortly and drop down towards the town of Leek itself. On the right hand side of this road, about a quarter mile down here, there's an American flag, the Stars and Stripes, flying in the field. And the reason for that is it marks a war grave. It was 1944, October 1944 I think it was. It was a P47 Thunderbolt belonging to the US Air Force. It was a training flight, and he lost it down there on the right hand side. I'm going to park the bike and have a walk up to it. I'll do it on the way down, because if I do it on the way up, the chips will end up going cold, and that'll never do. Bear with me now. This is as close as we can get. As you can see, this is as close as we can get, and there's a memorial stone there next to the cross, which is just to the left there. And as I say, this was a Thunderbolt, a P47 Thunderbolt of the American Air Force on a training flight, and the pilot is down there. The aircraft sank as soon as it hit the ground, because the ground is so soft, so incredibly soft and marshy. It was like quicksand. Now I'll put the drone up to get a better look at the memorial, the flag and the cross, marking the point where the plane went in and where it still lies, and as I understand, together with its pilot. The pilot was Quentin, should I say, Lieutenant Quentin, Second Lieutenant Quentin Sella of the United States Air Force. He was from Michigan. he'd not been commissioned into the American Air Force for very long, but he's on a training mission and out over Leek effectively. And the chances are the problem was that the low cloud that hits the moorland thereby, and either way, the plane flew straight into it. Apparently the cockpit was found some distance away from the wreckage, so it obviously tried to eject, but failed to do so. Quite a poignant sight, really. I mean, you can see the flag. You can see well, it's American flag at the minute. It changes from time to time. You can see the cross, and you can see a little garden of remembrance, and also a memorial stone. It's become something of a tradition for us on a Friday evening. Fish and chips from Leek. Most of the time, particularly when the weather's not so good, which is quite often up here, I'll just come down in the little courser. But on an evening like this, nah. Need to be on blizzard. The people in the Chippy never know what to expect. What for me to turn up on. Sometimes it's blizzard, sometimes it's Daisy the sidecar outfit. Sometimes a boring little silver courser. Now we're on the edge of Leek. This is another pub that is no more. This was the Moss Rose, now La Casona, Greek restaurant. As the Moss Rose, it was a popular pub. I always think it's a shame when pubs close like this. There's a Chippy. So that's it for now. I'll not film on the way back up again. I'm trying to keep this one as short as I can. I think I mentioned earlier, it's an experiment to see if I can produce a film that lasts less than 10 minutes. I just want to see how popular such a short film is. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, I mean, I've enjoyed the ride, obviously, as I always do, but if you've enjoyed it, if you could give me the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already done, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.